Hi everybody, it's Colin here from Woodthorp International. Well, I have laid a complete circuit round Japan. I've run out of flexi track, I've only got 2 bits left. I haven't got enough to do what I wanted to do, but never mind. Very pleased with how it's gone, and I'll show you what I've been up to. So I've made some trees. Let's stand that one up. I made some small ones, made some bigger ones. I've just spliced bits of seafoam together to make them a bit more fuller for the bigger ones. But I needed to do this, and then I sprayed them brown. And as I say, I needed to do this to have a go at doing some snow. And I've had a go, and I'm quite pleased. And as you may have just seen as I came in, you can see some sparkle in it. And I decided that it needed some white sparkle. A friend of mine gave me some silver sparkle, but it wouldn't look right. So I got some white sparkles and just put a small amount in because it does sparkle, does snow. So I sieved it on from the top, and I put the static grass down first, so if any thinner bits show, you can get the idea that there's grass underneath. But I do like how the snow has gone onto the bark at the bottom to if it's blown on. So I'm very pleased with that. So I have started, or I'm going to start, the area where I said I was going to do. So carrying on from last week, having the permanent track down, which the E5 was demonstrating, I've connected this line up from there to that point there, and I've also connected that point to the bit of track over there, which I wanted to get done. And it's temporary wired up to like a bus is all this area, and I've got a temporary for the outside line, so I can run 2 trains down here now. I was hoping to put a line on the other side of where there's going to be a platform here, but I've only got 2 pieces of track left and some bits, and I don't think it'll be enough, so I may have to get my 5th box of track. Now what I did do, which was I thought was quite good, that train there, I did a test of how long it would take. And basically, I started off in America, timing it from when it went into the helix, came out in Japan, went round most of Japan, down this line here, joined on the circuit over there, and then came back and up the helix and round most of America except for the Trestle Bridge, and it took 17 minutes and 33 seconds to get all the way around at a scale speed of 30 miles an hour. Now, the E5 and other trains won't take as long if they went on that same route because they can go faster. But what I was aiming for is already showing just over 2 layouts being connected, 2 different countries. When I get England and Europe connected, the journey will be a lot longer because it's in a bigger shed. So that will be exciting to send a train off, and or if iTrain does, I might not see it for an hour because it might send it from America down to Japan, then into England, then up to Europe, back into America, or it might go back down to England, back into Japan, and then back up into America. Who knows what route it'll take? And it might send it also through the fiddle yard. That is another prospect. Or 2 fiddle yards, or 2 levels. It could go through 4 fiddle yards at the end of the day, you know. So that will be quite exciting to have a train go off on a long journey. But for now, that's what I've done new in track work. There's not going to be, if I do this line here, I've got to get another box of track, and that will be my 5th box of flexi track. But I'm not going to do the outside lines, I don't think, at the moment. I need to do scenery, and you'll see some of the scenery work I've started in Japan, but I need to go back to America and do a lot more up there. So as you can see, I've put the purple in this area. I'm now going to static grass it. The gaps have been filled where the joints are, on that one up there, and those down there. And then I can, I'm going to static grass this area. Just this top bit for now. Right, I decided to do the bottom bit as well. So that's the grass in. I'm just going to put some trees on now and some bushes. Right, put stuff in so I can now put the snow on. But I need to do the ballast first, so you'll have to see what the snow looks like next week. At least you know from the sample what it's going to generally look like, but not just in this area. I've got to put a track down for vehicles to get in. You have to put it in for you to then snow, and even though you're not going to see it, because some bits might be seen, and I've got to make tracks in the actual snow as well for vehicles to get up. And it's a nice sunny day, and I thought I'd have windows open, and it's just given me a different view of the layout. And I've got a train going up and down, which we can't see at the moment. And we have a Japanese running at the bottom on the temporary outside line. But it's certainly given me more views. This doesn't help being in the way in front. Well, I'm not moving it. But it's just another way of looking at the layout. And I just sit down on this little stool. There's the one that's just going round there. Here's this one using the temporary outside line up to where the light is anyway, and down there where them containers are. So I can just sit here, have a bit of sun on my back, and look across Japan. I've started to put the soil colour down, and I'm just doing a temporary bit to test for the snow, because I've got the first container full of snow just to try. And I've made some trees yesterday there, There's the Amstrad going past. So I'm going to just do a sample from this bit of foam here. I'm going to put the grass on next. I'm standing actually where the England European shed is, or will be. Another slight stage closer, you could say, because if you look from down here all the way around there, all the way over to the corner there where it changes colour, that's all been done from a single picket to a double picket, and it looks great now. And now we've got rid of all these trees right up against the fence line, which was done by the Woodland Trust. It's made it a lot better, more light coming in and stuff like that. It made it a lot better. These tracks are the teddy bear, the hairy controller, and his sister running up and down and playing chase around the raised beds. But that needed to be done, did all that fence. There's over 5,000 nails in it. But lucky enough, a nail gun. So, I'm pleased with that. As one of the trains go by, so I've just been sat here looking in. I've done the sample piece of static grass ready for the snow, just down there. I will put a bit of a layer on just in case any colours come through, because snow's not the same everywhere. But quite like it here. I hope it's coming out on film like I can see. It's great. You can see the big mountain. I think there's a flash, isn't there, from the lights, which is quite interesting. When I'm in there isn't. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next week. And if you'd like to hit the subscribe button and the like, and please leave me comments. Tell me what you think. So thanks very much for watching. Bye for now. Bye.